Keith Ellison and I are here today not just to announce new legislation, but to send a very profound message. And that message is that it is time to end the absurdity of taxpayers providing massive subsidies to hugely profitable fossil fuel corporations.
That's right.
In these difficult economic times, it is imperative that we support the taxpayers of this country, the working people of this country, and not the fossil fuel industry, one of the most powerful and profitable industries in the world. Our federal government is set to give away over $110 billion in taxpayer dollars to the oil, gas, and coal industries over the next 10 years. This is totally absurd. When we have a $15.6 trillion national debt, we cannot afford it. When the 5 largest oil companies have made over $1 trillion in profit in the last decade, they don't need it. When some of these same polluters have, in a given year, paid zero in federal income taxes and have actually received rebates from the IRS, they don't deserve it.
Right.
So we know that there was a bill introduced just to end oil subsidies, and it went down in the Senate, and the people who voted against it got 4 times as much from the oil industry and campaign contributions as people who voted for it. So, you know, what we're saying is that money is politics is really the root of why we subsidize all these dirty energy companies. So, you know, how do we fight that influence, and what influence does it have, all that money?
Well, look, you might be able to influence the electorate with money, but you still cannot vote with money. People still have the right to vote, and I believe our numbers of voters who want to have the people's voice prevail over that of the coal industry will win. But it's an organizing challenge. We've got to be in the fight for the long term and not give up. And so I'm confident that we can win this thing, but it's not going to be easy because they're making, you know, record profits. I think they made, the oil industry has made something in the neighborhood of like $33 billion this year alone, and that's far, far, far less than it takes for them to, you know, give some campaign donations. So to them, it's a business proposition, and but I think that we can overwhelm them. And I think when people run for office, we should make this a campaign issue. Will you support, you know, ending fossil fuel subsidies or not? And I think whether you are a conservative Republican who wants to watch the budget, or whether you're a progressive who wants to look out for the environment, or whether you're a centrist who wants to do both, or whoever you may be, there is no good reason, no good public policy reason to subsidize the fossil fuel industry. And they need to just start, you know, can we just get a level playing field with renewable sources? You know, what about a level playing field? They don't want that. And rather than invest in innovation, and they don't want to do that. What they want to do is just pay off, you know, Congress to get what they want. You know, so I think it's a matter of mobilizing people. It's an organizing challenge. It is something that we can do, but we can't get cynical and we can't quit.
Thanks.